Nothing's ever good enough, is it, dude? You feel that weight on your chest, the tension in your shoulders, the pressure of being a man in modern society. It's crushed a lot of us. I mean, it's no wonder why the suicide rate is the highest in men. It's just a fucking lot to deal with, dude. And in this video, I want to talk about why I feel like modern men are so unhappy. And I don't think it has to do with the dating apps necessarily, social media, the current economy. I mean, there's so many different things we could point it to, but in this video, I want to explore a more, I guess you could say, like, nuanced perspective. I think that word is so funny, dude. Nuanced perspective of why I feel like modern men are so unhappy. And it took me 28 years of my life to realize what I'm about to share with you guys in the next 10 minutes, dude. So, for me, when I was a young kid, I mean, I've always loved playing video games, dude. Always loved playing video games. You know, my older brother would be outside playing catch with my dad. I'd be inside playing fucking Pajama Sam or Freddy Fish or just hitting up the PS1, dude. And like, my parents were always trying to get me to go outside. And I never fucking wanted to go outside, dude. But as I grew up, you know, especially in middle school, which is a very like formative time being a preteen, I'm sure we can all remember that time. It's such a fucking awkward time, dude. You get your first few pubes and you start looking at girls in a different way. You get fucking random boners in the middle of math class, dude. Like it's just a fucking weird time being a preteen, bro. And I remember in sixth grade, my friend group kind of like clowning me for playing video games so much, dude. Like, do you guys remember COD World at War or even COD 4? These Call of Duty games had like a total time played on them. And your friends could see how much time you had played. And I remember like constantly being made fun of in school from basically, you know, playing too much Call of Duty. Like I had like total time played of like 10 days or some shit within a short time frame. And I remember always feeling like so ashamed of it and feeling like maybe I should play less video games to fit in because all my friends were like, "Hey, you should play sports." Like basically hinting like we don't want to hang out with you if you're just like a gamer because you're a fucking loser, dude. Like you should be playing sports like a normal fucking kid in the neighborhood. And for some reason, dude, like over time, I started learning this habit that people will only accept me when I fit the mold that they've given me. And it's not like I went to go play a bunch of sports, but I definitely stopped playing video games less. And then when I got to high school, I realized that, like, okay, smoking weed is kind of like the new thing. And that's like the identity that I can attach myself to is like I can be the friend that gets you high for your first time, listens to Bob Marley. I'm the longboarder kid. Like I was really trying to search for an identity to cling to because I realized that like, okay, if you know, at least if I have weed, people come over, like they're gonna fuck with me, they're gonna want to hang out with me. Why is this relevant to the topic? I'm sure you're probably wondering, like, where's this going? This dude's kind of just rambling. Well, dude, I think there's a lot of examples that we can all look back in our lives that we can see where we kind of gave up a piece of ourselves in order to fit a certain mold. I know there's probably a lot of dudes watching this that ended up in a job that was more safe and practical and comfortable than what their initial like dream was as a kid. A lot of people end up going to jobs that their parents deemed safe, right? Or that were respectable in society. And a lot of us kind of lose our sense of self throughout this conveyor belt of society, dude, right? Like it literally is a fucking machine. Like they put us through school, they train us to like be comfortable working these hours and operating during these hours, and eventually they pump us into a 9 to 5. We get a cushy 401k, retire at 65, and then you can finally be free, right? And I think it's a bunch of bullshit, dude, because social media also has kind of amplified this pressure, especially for men of like, you know, if you didn't just make $1 million last week, fucking YOLOing a bag on Dogecoin or some shitty meme coin, then like you're fucking broke, right? Like, imagine this, dude. Like, imagine you're a fucking boomer, right? You spent most of your life working an honest man's, job for an honest man's pay. Like, let's say you're a blue collar fucking worker, dude. And imagine being that dude retired, only to see like some 17-year-old just like made 10x your fucking retirement, or 10x the amount of money you've ever made your entire life by YOLOing his fucking life savings on a meme coin. Like, bro, like this comparison of other people like is another element why I feel like men are so unhappy in modern society. But really, I think the main thing, dude, is like people, especially, I mean, this channel we talk about men's mental health, right? So I don't want to speak for women, but especially men, like we feel this pressure to achieve this certain status in society or to fit in, even if it's like just with your friend group, right? And you kind of lose these parts of yourself. And I think what saddens me the most, dude, is like these parts of ourselves that we like kind of give up for free. Like we freely just give away these parts of ourselves in order to fit in. And I think the sad thing is that these parts of ourselves are like truly what bring us joy and happiness, dude. Like I was watching Calling Me Crazy, shout out Calling Me Crazy, and he was talking about how he just gets so much joy from watching football during football season, man. And it's wholesome as fuck, dude. It's wholesome as fuck to like have something that you love so much, and for me that's video games. But like, why can't we feel this joy all the time, right? Why does it have to be like a certain season or something externally that triggers this feeling of joy inside? And this kind of leads me to what I want to talk to you guys next about, which is like, and I'll probably get into this in later videos, but I went down this fucking journey of trying to chase happiness, bro. Whether it was like through validation from people, status symbols, money, success, fucking drugs. I became a drug addict eventually, which I'll probably get into in a later story. And nothing outside me was ever, ever, ever able to give me the joy and peace that I feel inwardly today. Like nowadays, dude, I like woke up this morning with so much fucking joy and excitement just to record this video. Like currently the channel has been stalling. We haven't been growing that much. Like usually someone at this point would look at his external circumstances and be like, dude, like we suck. Like why we shouldn't keep doing YouTube. But my joy doesn't come from numbers on a screen or something outside of me, bro. It's like this excitement to fucking create whatever the fuck I want. Like that's my life. Like, are you kidding me? I'm not saying this to brag, dude, but I'm saying don't let this part of yourself go, bro. Like, don't let this part of yourself go. Like, whatever you like doing that brings so much joy, like maybe it's making music, maybe it's just, going mountain bike riding, whatever it is, dude. Maybe you're like Colin, you like watching football, whatever it is, dude. Like, don't let this thing go and don't diminish it. Like, I know a lot of guys who stopped playing video games because they thought it was immature as they got older, or just certain things that they gave up, dude. Like you guys can see my drum set in the background. I stopped drumming for fucking years, bro, because the status symbols, the money, the drugs all became more important than what used to bring me so much joy as a kid, man. So, dude, there's a lot of different fingers that we can point at society, at fucking modern dating culture, at fucking social media, for all these reasons of why men are so unhappy. But ultimately, it comes down to like you being responsible for your own emotions. And this is another thing that I want to talk about. And this is actually the main reason I think men are so unhappy. The rest were kind of just supporting arguments, bro. But the main reason I think is because I think dudes are so disconnected from their emotions, dude. Fundamentally. And it's not necessarily your fault, dude. Like we were raised in a society where you're taught that crying makes you pussy, crying makes you weak. And if you cry, then you're not a real man. And I don't know about you guys, but for me growing up, like there was definitely times when I felt like I needed to cry, but there'd be this knee-jerk reaction to immediately stuff it down. And why that's relevant is because I believe if you start to suppress even negative emotions, then your positive emotions like joy and peace and happiness also get nerfed, bro. And also, I believe that any emotions that make you feel sad, down, or bad are actually a compass to some inner healing journey. Like for me, dude, I'll give you guys an example. If I see something in someone that pisses me the fuck off, that like irrationally pisses me off, like that normally wouldn't piss someone else off the same way it pisses me off. That for me is a clear signal like, okay, there's something in me that is hurt that needs to be let go, that needs to be held, that needs to be healed. Like there's this emotional armor, this fucking damn, dude. Like if you look at joy and peace as like a flowing stream of water and river, or whatever the fuck you want to use for an analogy, but like just a flowing stream of water, right? And you want to feel these emotions. A lot of us have this huge fucking dam up that doesn't allow us to feel these fucking high vibrational emotions, bro. And it's unfortunate, dude. It really is unfortunate because I believe that we've just been like beaten down and we just accepted that this is all there really is. And at the end of the day, man, there is so much more to explore in your internal world and so much more to life than what you can see in your present external circumstances. And it's really this inward journey. This is the journey I've had to go on to realize that no amount of money, status symbol, or like drug combination is going to give me long lasting joy, peace, contentment, and serenity. And I think a lot of modern men know that. But what saddens me is I don't think the modern man understands or knows that his baseline of happiness can be raised or that he can take control over his own happiness, right? A lot of us just kind of feel whipped around by society or just this is just the way things are. And it's unfortunate, dude. It really is unfortunate because you can fucking take control, bro. You do deserve a good life. You do deserve to be happy. Like deep down. Like, do you remember when you were a kid and just the simplest things fucking made you happy, bro? Like the simplest things, like, oh, your mom let you fucking buy that candy for once from that grocery store, man. Or you're having a sleepover with the boys, dude. You guys are staying up late tonight, right? You're staying up till 2 a.m. Holy shit. It's fucking getting crazy. We're playing Smash Bros. Melee all night. Or like you weren't trying to chase these fucking status symbols. You weren't trying to chase a certain amount of money. You weren't trying to put a certain amount of drugs in your body. Like, dude, this simplest shit just made us happy. And I think that's the key is how can we remove the gunk and shit that is preventing us from being able to enjoy this simple shit? And usually it's these stories we tell ourselves of I'm not good enough or I need to do XYZ in order to fit in. That's all, man. That's all. If you guys like this video, consider checking out some of my other videos, man. This is my first time doing this style of content, like face to face. Usually I'm walking in the woods telling this type of shit. So let me know how you guys like in the comments below, especially if you're an existing homie. And yeah, man, much love to y'all. Peace.